going through today. Whoops. Hello, hello. Welcome in. How was your weekend? Mine was amazing. Hey, Christy. Hi, beautiful. How was your weekend? Hello, April. Hi, beautiful. Oh, mine was exciting. Always exciting. I had Chunk on Saturday night. We watched a movie together, and then Sunday I went over to Rose's. That's my daughter, and did my nails. We did each other's nails. And then last night, I had a visitation from Galactic Family, and I actually made a video about it. I did put it up in our room, in the Ascension Class. But that was pretty exciting because I was just sitting in my room on my computer, and I heard, "Come outside. Come outside, we have to show you something." Right? And grab your phone. So I went outside, and there, sure enough, blinkety blink, 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 and the moon was full. The moon was so full. And I heard the message that we are protected. There is nothing to fear. And that so much love and gratitude for the work that we're doing. So yes. I was excited to see. I see them all the time, but I've never actually heard them tell me go outside. But I actually, I didn't really hear it. It was more of a feeling, because I'm not really a hearer or seer, although I'm beginning to be. I'm beginning to see some things and hear things. But yeah, it was amazing. Hello, Brandy. Hi, Trina. Hello, Betty. Hello, Flower Power. Yes, I know, April. They are with us. They're watching. They're watching over us. Unfortunately, a lot of the evil needs to be cleared off the planet, right? And that the only way to do that is to create catastrophe around these people so that they'll leave. And they're not even people. They're not even people. So. But there's going to be more. Stay tuned. There's going to be more. And we're gonna have the 401 on all of it. That's what the galactic messages are all about. The 401 on all of it. Yes, absolutely, April. Absolutely. They are. And they are showing themselves to those that are ready to be shown, and to those that are ground crew and know their ground crew. Remember who you are at a soul level. That's when they'll show themselves to you. Yep. Hello, Steffi. Hi, beautiful. Become fearless. Become fearless. That's what they're saying. Become fearless. I love you too. All men are babies when they get sick. Oh my goodness. Exactly. Exactly, Betty. Exactly. My man's the same way. He will not take anything homeopathic. Nothing. He's like, I'll go to the doctor. They'll give me whatever. I'll take Zerpac or whatever. I'm just like, okay. You go ahead and be 2 weeks sick, and when I get sick, I'll take my thing and be 2 days sick. Yep. Oh, guess what else? This was exciting. I had an exciting revelation this weekend. Hi, Sunset. Hi, beautiful. Right? So my husband and me were talking about galactics. Yes. He actually got into a little bit of a conversation with me about the galactics. And he said, well, I don't know any. He says, well, I don't know any. I said, you don't? You don't know any? He says, well, besides you. I was like, yep, that's right. So he knows and believes that I am not from here. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. At least he's starting to catch on, right? Okay, let's see. I gotta find my Spotify. I thought it was up, but it wasn't up. Men are funny, aren't they? Dun, dun, dun. Do you know when I came into this body as my higher self in 2016, I left him. I left my husband, went halfway across the world to Montana. That's when I had my big experience, my big awakening. And then I was going to divorce him because I didn't feel connected to him as this higher energy of the same person. I was a walk-in in 2016. But speaking with him on the phone, and then I just fell in love with the man that he was. And he actually drove to Montana, and we lived there for about a year. And then we came back to Florida. So yeah, that is how my walk-in situation worked. But when I first walked into this body, I didn't want nothing to do with him. Isn't that weird? And we had been together over 20 years. Well, the other me, you could say. Hey, Navar. Hello, hello. The new account was in Jules' meditation. I followed it, but I'm not sure if it's really her. Thomasina Davis. I have other accounts, guys, right? But I don't post on them. Yeah, I don't post on those accounts. Yeah, I only use those accounts for monitoring. Yeah. Opal Fire, I have a couple of posts on Opal Fire. But this one is the only one that I'll ever go live on. It's the only one that I'll ever, anything big. Yeah. But yeah. The other ones are just monitoring accounts so that I can point my camera in a different direction and see what you're saying to me. That's not me. Yeah. And guys, I will never get into your messages offering any kind of reading. You know my energy. You know my energy. Right? It's called Light. It's called Light by Joy and Soul. Light. I love this music. It's like, ooh, yeah. Electrify me with joy and light. Joy and light. Yeah. So, I had 2 scammers on my Facebook business site yesterday. Thank goodness I'm an energy reader, or I wouldn't have known that they were fake. I just told them to have a better day tomorrow and go, stop doing what they're doing. Because it's rude, right? I'm just a small business trying to get going, and these people are trying to scam me. I'm just like, really? Make me angry. Yeah, it is really rude. Yeah. Oh, yeah? Trina, yeah? Yeah, she doesn't know her ex-husband, her child, nothing from her life before. But no, she's here to... Yes. Yes, Trina, that is a walk-in. That's a walk-in, but, Love can come after being a walk-in, and I'm proof of that. I'm proof of that. Yeah, you can fall in love with the prior occupant's significant other, but it might not happen. It, you know, like with me, I had to leave because I didn't know him. I didn't want to be in a relationship with someone I didn't know, right? But I eventually fell in love with him again. Mm-hmm. It might not be on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's on Spotify. Hey, BX. Hey, beautiful. Oh my goodness, that what's that? Snapchat. The Snapchat. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to use it. When I Snapchat called you, I didn't mean to do that. I was like, what am I doing? And I couldn't hear you, so it was like, oh my goodness, what the heck? But yeah, I don't know how to use Snapchat, guys. So if you're on my Snapchat, I don't know how to use it. I'm just kind of playing with it still. Yeah. Oh, awesome, Christy. Hello, Diamond. Hello, darling. I loved seeing your face anyway. It was awesome. I saw you talking, but I couldn't hear what you were saying. That's okay. That's okay. I figured out how to snap my picture of with a filter on it and send that. And I figured out how to write words on there, but I didn't figure anything else out. Okay. Let's do our cards and get started with our day. Happy Monday. Woo! We made it. We made it to another Monday. It is the 13th. We made it through the hump. The 11th was the hump. And we made it, right? Let's pat ourselves on the back. We did a good job. We did a good job. We did a good job. Okay, here's our chakra wisdom card for the day. And it's, oh yes. Been seeing this a lot lately in my life. Wisdom and discernment. Wisdom and discernment. Yes. Oh, you have it too, Serafina? Yeah. I don't know how to use it, but it is what it is. I added a few other little apps to look at too. Lemon 8. What else? Clapper. I have a Clapper, although I don't really care for Clap. You know, Clapper. Oh my goodness. They show fights and stuff on there and half naked women and I don't know. Yeah, that one. I don't know, but people are saying where they're going to go if TikTok gets, I'm like, heck, we have Discord. We have YouTube. I mean, I'd like another one that you can get up into boxes and chit chat together. But, you know, we can go into Discord and at least talk. Well, I mean, Discord, you can go into boxes and chit chat together. That's right. You can. I mean, Zoom, you can. So no matter what happens, right? Oh my goodness. Yes. It's TikTok with no morals. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got on there just testing how live would be there. And a guy's like, why don't you take off your shirt? I'm like, are you stupid? Yeah, I'm getting off of this app. No. I don't know who you think you are. Oh my goodness. Yes. Right? I'm like, you got life in a blender, buddy. You got life in a blender. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, who knows? You know, sometimes there's that one person or, you know, there is nefarious in everything. In all the apps, there is some nefarious, but there's always some good too. Because you'll find a part of TikTok that isn't so, you know, light and love either. So, yeah, you always take the good with the bad. You always do. Make lemonade out of lemons, right? Make lemonade out of lemons. That's what we do here around here. We make lemonade out of lemons. Wisdom and discernment, always. I am open to understanding the spiritual truths behind the situations occurring in my life right now. I offer my wisdom to assist others along their path. I trust in a higher source to guide me and to help others who ask for my guidance. Yes, I practice discernment and listen deeply within for the truth. I choose to respond to rather than just react to situations and acting with clarity, courage, and conviction. Yes, absolutely. Use your wisdom and discernment in all things. In all things. Hello, Victoria. Wow, my nose. I'm gonna have to take some garlic and honey today. My nose is running. It's running away on me. Woo. All right. Here is our beautiful Healing Light Oracle. Healing Light Oracle says gratitude. Yes. First thing we do when we wake up, thank you, God, for being alive. Thank you for letting me be alive today so that I can spread my light and love. Yes. Hello, Lynette. I'm in a great mood today, if you can't tell. Hello, Lynette. Hi, beautiful angel. I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus, I enlighten my thoughts, riches surround me, and I appreciate all that life brings me. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Inner work. God brings me ideal situations for my inner healing. As I become aware of my weaknesses, I turn them into strengths. I direct my thoughts towards the light and see the positive side of every stage of my life. And darkness turns into courage. Thus, I get stronger. Inner work. And balance. I find a balance between each sphere of my life. I am the master of my daily life. I make time to nourish the spiritual and the physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and soul. Yes. What's that? Does anyone know the Schumann today? Yeah. Is it 20? 20 today? Here is our work your light. Work your light. What are they going to tell us today? Work your light. The great gathering. Yes. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Soul tribe. We get this card a lot because we are always together. Soul tribe. Yes. Holy goodness. All right. The great gathering. Yes. Keepers of the earth. There's that card again, guys. I shuffle these cards and there's, I think there's like 47 in the deck. I don't know. But we seem to get these ones a lot. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yes. Yes, they were in my night sky last night. I filmed them. They were blinkety-blinketing at me. Blinkety-blink. Yes. We do. We always get this card. Keepers of the Earth. Yup. And I do not pick the cards out. I don't have time for that, for all that. And there's Soul Family again, guys. I love it. Soul Tribe, Soul Family. Yes. Oh, birds. Yes. Birds is our song. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. We are doing this together. All of us and the whales and the dolphins. The dolphins and whales are from Sirius. Ah, butterflies. Butterflies is the next song coming up. Butterflies. Yes, because that's who we are too. We are the butterflies. The butterfly soul family. Yeah. That's us. That is us. Yes. Ah, it's just confirmation, Christy. It is confirmation. Yes. Here's our Rose Oracle. The Sophia clan. Yes, the divine plan. Wisdom. Intelligence within. Destiny. This is our destiny. It was our destiny to come together and create together. Do you know everything that's going around the world? We are creating it because we are the creators. We are creating it. Yes. Jesus is our brother, Ellie. Yes, he is. He is the original way shower. I have him in my room. He's always with us. See? Right. The reunion. Yes. Soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. Yes, that is us. That is us reuniting. Soul family. Yes. And brothers of the rose. Look at that. Look at that. There are the sisterhood of the rose and there are the brothers of the rose. Yes. Sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. Yes. So many people think because we're spiritual and we believe in galactics and other things that we don't believe in Jesus. And, that gets to me because I love Jesus. Footprints is my jam, man. It was then that I carried you, But there are books other than the Bible. And go inward and you will hear the truth from your heart. Right? Jesus never asked to be worshiped. I don't worship my brother. I don't worship any of you. I love you. I worship God. I worship God. Yes. Hey, Jules. Hi, beautiful. Oh, I recognize that face, Jules. Yes. All right. Our animal for the day. But you are definitely welcome here. We are soul family in here. A bison. Oh, look, it's the white bison. What does that mean, guys? What does that mean? Abundance. Sacred buffalo. Cloak me in your wisdom. The buffalo's been coming up for me. A lot lately. Yes, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. We are everything. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. There's more. There's gratitude again. The song of the 144,000 is all about gratitude. Right? It puts a base. White buffalo calf women. Yes. Yes. All right. And then we have our fairy card. Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune in to the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Yes, a white buffalo calf was born this year. I'm telling you, Christine, the event is coming. And we're going to learn more about the event and everything. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. With the galactic messages that are coming in. This is our awakened dreamer, because we are the awakened ones. What's the best use of me? Instead of telling the universe what you want, ask the universe, how best can I serve you? What would you have me do? Be, create. Oh, I love that. What's the best use of me today? Yes. What does the universe want from us? Right? Show me and guide me. Yes. Absolutely. Here's our angel card. Our angel card says, ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. The only thing that I ever ask from you guys is to share. Share the video, share my videos, share about the classes, share what I create. That's all I ask, as I would do the same for you. But people have to ask, right? Ask and you shall receive. Right? If you've had a quantum healing session with me and you see my video on quantum healing, comment on that video. That's what I ask of you. Okay? I don't ask you for monetary things, for classes, or for group regression. But that helps me a lot. It helps me be able to do this so I don't have to have a 9-to-5 job, so that I can do God's work. Right? All right, here, let's do our butterfly. We'll do our butterfly for the day. I have confidence in myself. I am ready for everything that life offers me. Yes. We are ready for it all. Tell the universe, I am ready for it all. But are we really? Are we really? Are our throat chakras healed? I can definitely say mine's healed. Is yours? Yeah. All right. And our ascended master. Our ascended master for the day. And Freya comes back today. Phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. More Freya coming in today. All right. We just got her. We just had her. But she wants to come in again. She wants to come in again, Miss Freya. I love it. Ah ha ha. Let's put her in front of the golden Christed dragon today. There we go. All right. She's been with you a lot. Oh, awesome, Ashley. Awesome. We are going to go through a portal today. Let's see what portal we're going to go through. Before we go through the portal, we are going to say our mantra. So, we call forth from within the light of Source. Thank you for standing at the forefront of our hearts and minds. And thank you for activating the ancient wisdom of our souls. We welcome in the support of heaven, earth, the stars, light beings, and beyond. We choose to anchor the energy of remembrance in unity, peace, love, and wholeness. We choose to bring our energy in service to the earth and to the light for the whole of all life everywhere, to support all in remembering the truth of who and what we are. Of who and what we are. Yes. All right. And here is our portal. Our portal is the Venusian Galactic Council. Star being guides, answer the call. Time to shine. It's time for you to shine, guys. It's time for you to shine. Venusian Galactic Council. Let's see what that's about. The Venusians are advanced cosmic beings similar to angels who come from the planet Venus. They are our starry ancestors and are dedicated to helping us experience and embody divine love. There are millions of them, and many of us will have them working with us as guides. If you feel drawn to this information, or strongly connected to the stars or star people, there's a good chance that there are many extraterrestrial beings around you at this time, many of whom will be connected to the Venusian Galactic Council. Yes. Yes, they do, Flower Power. Absolutely. Governed by Lady Venus and Sanat Kamara. I love that you guys know who Sanat Kamara is. The Venusian Galactic Council is a divine board of directors who are responsible for recruiting light workers and leaders on Earth who have the potential to make a huge difference by following their call, the call of their soul. When they come to us, it's an honor and opportunity to be reminded of a connection that was active before we came into this incarnation. There's no set way of working with the Venusians, but they will contact us in dreams or meditation to share information that will support us on our journey. They often send spiritual downloads in thought forms or understandings. Dreams about flying or being in space are other ways in which they will come through to us. On a bright, starry night, say, Venusian Galactic Council, thank you for helping me answer the call of my soul. This is a call to action. You are being asked to step up and create the changes you want to see in the world. You have a reason for being here, and you have the potential to inspire, support, and heal your corner of the world. Don't let this information scare you or overwhelm you, for you are being prepared energetically to step into this role. The ideas you have been having recently are divine downloads, but you aren't being called to make dramatic changes to your life, simply to move forward step by step. The Venusian Galactic Council will reveal more information to support you. Be aware of downloads of information and spiritual signs, for they are confirmation that you are on the right path. Yes. You are all on the right path. Look how many people, how many entities are there? 3. The 3. Right? Yes. Beautiful. Love that message. Thank you very much, Star Family. Okay, we are going to get right into the messages, the big time messages from the elders, the rays, the masters teach. The masters teach. Yes, they do. Oh my goodness. All right. So, Friday we learned about earthquakes and the problem of missing time. Yes, we did. Oh my goodness. Okay. The great transformation is underway. The greatest awakening of mankind ever on this planet. Cautions about upcoming earth changes by Lord Michael. Archangel Michael's coming in with something for us today. Here we go. Hi, Pepsi. Hi, beautiful angel. Okay. Good morning, and thank you for hearing the call. It's funny, it starts out just like that. Good morning, and thank you for hearing the call. It is I, Lord Michael of the Archangelic Realms, come in the light of Holy Creator God. Thank you, my friend. Your planet is in a quite volatile condition this day. You ones need to be prepared for the psychological stresses caused by the upcoming physical changes. The stress shall be great. How do we prepare you ones for the horrors of these catastrophic changes? We simply tell you about what is coming in as many ways as we can, and as many times as we can. I shall project a picture, and I wish for you ones to place yourselves in the middle of what I describe and ask yourselves, am I prepared for this sort of reality? The scenario goes as follows. The earth starts shaking and does not seem to stop. All power fails. Your house starts coming apart. The ground is splitting open. Gas lines rupture. Fires ignite. Your city starts to burn, not just in one location, but across the entire city. This is exactly what just happened in LA. Okay? Exactly. Now the earth starts shaking again, just as hard or harder than previously. Water lines are broken. Streets are for the most part impassable due to rubble and that which has collapsed all over the pavement. Place yourself in this scenario. What would you do? What would you do? You must think about these sorts of possibilities before they happen so that you can act in intelligence. The panic and fear shall be so great that one shall perish simply because they are so overwhelmed and frozen with fear. Let us take this example further. You may be saying to yourself, I do not live in a large city or near any major fault lines, but perhaps you have family and friends who do. As these earth changes start, there shall be survivors and a great migration of displaced people. In their desperation and confusion, they shall do things which they would not normally do in a civilized society. They will steal from and even murder the ones who are trying to help them. There will be massive refugee camps. Ones will be moving inland from the coastal areas. These mobs will be fighting for survival. Food supplies will be scarce, and the government will send out the army and the National Guard to control these panic-stricken, destitute survivors. I am not telling you this so that you will be fearful. I am telling you this so that you will be strong when it does happen. That is why I'm telling you this. How will you act or react as your small inland city has an influx of displaced, desperate, and hungry people trying to cope with shock? Will you feed and clothe your brother? What about the 5th one? What about the 50th one? Call upon Holy God of Light and act with intelligence and prepare. The life you save may not only be your own or your family's, but that of a complete stranger to you now. The mental impact forthcoming shall be quite harsh. You ones are past the point of avoiding these realities. This is only one example of the possible scenarios. As the earth cracks open and your major crustal plates, tectonic plates, shift, many sleeping volcanoes shall spring to life as your planet seeks to balance the pressures and stresses within. This alone shall cause a shifting of weather patterns globally. The impact shall be felt by everyone on the planet. As countries become desperate for survival, they shall petition other countries for aid. When that aid does not come, one shall attempt to take that which they need. This could easily escalate to the level of a planetary war. The elite of your planet know that these catastrophes are coming. They are trying to control the timing of major earthquakes. They do not understand that which they are attempting to do and are only compounding the problem. These major earth changes shall be exploited by your planet's controllers in order to depopulate and control more fully the masses. Yes. Hello, darling. Hi, Ted. Hello, Teresa. You ones who enjoy all the modern conveniences shall have the hardest time, as you will no longer be able to just go down to the local store and purchase your food. The nation's food supply will be under strict control. Your farms shall be confiscated if need be. The crops shall most certainly be confiscated. You ones who rely on any resource such as supermarkets, grid system electricity, or even municipal water shall be impacted greatly. Your elected government officials may be deciding who of you eats, lives, or does not eat, dies. This is truth. You may say that this is not a very nice message. No, it is not. My intention is to get you ones thinking. The changes shall be far worse than anything written here or that you may be able to imagine. Take action and prepare today, for tomorrow may very well be too late. God helps those who make efforts to help themselves. There shall be many praying to God to save them or to help them after the changes begin, especially the ones who have ignored these messages and have not prepared and think that it could not happen to them. The time to ask for assistance in planning is before you ones are in total chaos. Absolutely. I believe this is why we sing the song of the 144,000 and carry a lazen. God have mercy. My scribe is overwhelmed and says, what's the use? Ones who are going to listen are most likely already prepared, and the rest won't listen anyway. My scribe perceives that ones do not want to hear this sort of message. True, ones generally do not want to hear truth. But if only one does hear and takes this warning seriously, then the entire message and effort is worth every last bit of it. You ones who scribe these messages that are being sent out to the four corners of the planet are the ones who create the possibilities for even having a remnant survive this transition. Many lives you are touching and many lives you are saving. Do not allow the thought, oh, what's the use? That is an adversarial ploy to distract you from saving lives and waking up the masses to the true spiritual nature of their situation down there on that planet. Ones are responsible for their own choices and decisions. There is only so much that you ones can do for another. Presenting a lighted message of truth to a brother in need is perhaps the greatest gift you ones can give. By discerning in that which you offer to another or do for another, you must allow each to learn their own lessons. You cannot do it for them. I am Lord Michael, come in the radiance of the one light. May you ones act in wisdom this day. Aho. All right, let me go ahead and continue with El Morya, the statesman. El Morya is the one that wrote the Chila on the Path for us. The Chila on the Path for us. Planetary rebalancing imminent as responsibilities must be met. El Morya, the statesman. Greetings, I am El Morya, one of the ascended masters. I come in the one light of Aton that is all. Thank you for receiving my energy this day. Be not distracted, else the opportunity will be lost. Your planet is in great need for balance. She cannot continue much longer in her current state of crisis. She shall not be denied her balance within the oneness of Creator's light. There shall be a massive cleansing cycle that she will undergo. We have already seen some of this cleansing being done, guys. What happened in LA was a cleansing. This cleansing shall be quite devastating to those ones, humans, animals, and plants, etc., to whom she gives life. It is as if your planet has a fever, and before it breaks, her temperature will need to rise. How do temperatures rise? By heat. Heat is fire. She will need to excrete the poisons, toxic, radioactive waste, etc., which have been placed under her skin. She will, in the process, have to rearrange her waters and shift their healing properties to the places which need them the most. You ones have been warned over and over again. There was opportunity as caretakers of the planet to reverse the damage foisted off onto the life-giving entity that you ones erroneously call Earth. She is not dirt. She, your planet, is a living, sentient being. You take for granted the gifts she freely gives, the darkness of those who are destroying her, and who suppress the masses has grown to epidemic proportions. The mentality of the average person is so filled with negative, non-lighted energy that such has made your planet so dizzy, off balance, that she even wobbles in an unnatural manner as she revolves around trying to fulfill her purpose. You ones need to learn to honor your planet and be thankful for the gifts she gives, not the least of which is life itself. Ones always seem to wake up too late. Many go around in their own self-centered world, not even thinking about how their actions or inactions will affect them tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is here, and that which you ones have neglected in the past will be brought around full circle for you ones to confront again, this time in a most direct and impacting manner. When the earth, as you call her, shakes you into an awakened state of realization that you are so truly small and cannot do anything to stop her massive quakings, maybe then you shall appreciate that which you take for granted. Earthquakes of catastrophic magnitude 9.0 and greater are imminent. Increased volcanic activity in places now seemingly dormant is imminent. The shifting of your ocean waters is now imminent. You ones must come to realize the reasons why these things shall occur. It is because of the universal laws of balance, the laws of cause and effect. You ones must realize that you are responsible for that which you helped to create. You may say, but I did not pollute the waters or the skies. Do you drive a ride in an automobile? Do you not buy from and thus support the fuel companies which provide you ones with gas and electricity? They in turn pollute rivers and streams. The exhaust fumes from your cars, buses, trucks, and airplanes, do not they pollute your air? Do you wash your clothes with chemical solutions? Where do you think the rinse water goes? One person alone could not contaminate your planet by acting in this manner, but 5 billion or more people acting in this manner can and indeed have. Those things you ones do daily, usually without thinking of future long-term consequences, are the things which are the most dangerous to your own survival. Am I saying do not drive your automobiles? No. Am I telling you to stop washing your clothes? No. I am suggesting that you change the way you think regarding your non-caring attitude towards your planet. Some say that they care about the planet, but they are still unwilling to sacrifice their own personal comfort to really do anything about your planet's current problems. Transmute, transmute, transmute. Remember, We are so powerful. We can transmute actions just by saying it. The first true step in solving such a problem is educating people to the reality of the magnitude of the problem. There are ones on your planet who are very sensitive to your planet's electromagnetic emotional shifts. These are the ones who get sick or exhibit some other physiological symptoms, such as a headache, prior to earthquakes, volcanic activity, etc. These ones innately know and respect the life form which sustains their existence. These are the ones who can help you to understand the needs of your planet. They have a direct link. Some don't even realize why they have this gift, and in fact, they often view it as a burden. As I have said, you ones have been warned time and again. There was an opportunity for reversing this current situation, but it is now long past. Now you ones shall be given to learn your lessons once again the hard way. If you dislike this message, I suggest you ask yourself, why do I dislike this message? Ones most often do not like to be made to feel responsible for that which befalls them. Most wish to blame their sufferings on another and will go to great lengths to try to justify their position. I shall tell you now, if something impacts you, whether it be good or bad, then you have helped in some way to create it. There are no victims. When you can rise above your self-centered meanness and realize that you are responsible for everything that you do, then you will be able to begin to see a larger picture unfolding. With this shift in viewpoint, you will begin to realize that there are great opportunities available to you for growth at this time. You will begin to stop making the same mistakes over and over again, lifetime after lifetime. You will begin to realize that there is a reason for everything that happens. There are no chance happenings, period. When you ones can begin to understand the true whys of these seemingly tragic events, then you will be ready to truly accept your responsibility in creating a better way of doing things. Else, you shall be destined to repeat these tragic horrors over and over again. As always, the choice is yours. I am El Moria. Come in the one light of the I Am presence. Thank you. All right. So we are here to facilitate that change. And I'm going to do one more message today because it's getting, let's do the third message. Yep. This is a shorter message too, and this message is from Ceres Antonius Saltek. Watch closely as the Titans clash. Watch closely. Good morning, my friend. It is I, Tonius Saltek, here in the radiant light of the One Creator. My, are we not in an awkward predicament this day? The power players are positioning for the opportunity to unleash their weaponry in order to gain full control of your planet's resources. There was a plane explosion, TWA Flight 800 in New York in 1996. As you can now see, was clearly a deliberate act of murder. These dark ones have so little regard for life that they would destroy over 200 people in order to get the one they really want. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. Keep doing your grid work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Christina. Hi, beautiful. The rumored government documents was a secondary target, but nonetheless, a target that costs lives. Allow this to show you the means and the methods being used against you in order to control the masses. It is viewed that you ones, the Americans especially, have too much freedom of travel. Thus the need to create panic and fear to keep you ones stationary. Control is the key focus of these power players. There is much else planned in the way of retaliation. You will have to pay very close attention to the clues and reported accidents worldwide. These dark ones are desperately trying to hold their power positions, yet they slip away anyway. This is how the adversary eats himself. Ahaha, the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail. Through patience and persistence, we of the lighted team can continue to grow in strength and wisdom and eventually be the only ones left on the playing field. Ding, ding, ding. We are not a threat to these heavy hitters, for they know that we will not attempt any physical action against them, just merely inform those few people who might listen. The Dark Ones are so confident in their ability to control the mindless masses that they rather enjoy what they like to call our brag sheet, otherwise known as contact. So what Commander Saltek is referring to here is a situation whereby, because contact has revealed much about the actual shenanigans that these Dark Ones are up to, they are proud to have the information spread around and thus generally regard contact as their brag sheet. Of course, this is not a situation of fondness, but rather braggadocio. Besides, they don't really expect many of the public to be actually reading contact, and still fewer to believe what they read, and fewer still to in any way act upon what they read. So where's the threat to their plans? We shall see. The Dark Ones are banking that people aren't going to believe these writings. So they figure, what's the threat? Thank you for writing this short message, my friend. We are those who watch over you. May God give all of you the strength and conviction you need to persist through these trying times. With much love and light. Salut. Okay. So that was the messages today from the GFOW, the Galactic Federation of Worlds, or the Masters, the Ascended Masters. Yeah, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot on our planet. I want to show you something else too that came in when I was doing that. When I was reading to you. I had written a note a little while ago. It said the final result is annihilation, back to Stardust. That is for them, and they know it. Back to Stardust they go. Okay, I'm going to draw the picture that I saw. And yes, I am not an artist, so don't come for me. All right, let's see if I can draw these. Let me just put what these are because you guys won't know what they are. Okay, and then we got a beam going there, a beam going there, and a beam going there. Okay, so this came in when I was telling you that message. So this is the Earth right now. Our Earth is wobbling right now. This is the Galactic Federation. What they're doing is, these are the beams. They are holding the Earth steady and have been for many years with their beams. Guys, if you believe in flat Earth, this is not for you, okay? I had a time when I did believe in flat Earth, but every time I've gone into a quantum healing session and seen, they call the Earth round. They call the Earth a globe. So it is what it is, right? So this is the Earth, and this is the spaceships, and they have beams, and they are holding the Earth steady. But what's happening is the wobble is getting worse. The wobble is getting worse. And when the beams can no longer hold the earth is when the earthquakes are going to start happening. Right? Okay. Had to show you that because that came in as I was telling you about what's going on. The fires are clearing some of the evil off the planet. She has to get rid of the fleas, these bloodsuckers, these entities that are spilling the blood of little ones onto Earth's floor. All this stuff has to be cleaned up. All this stuff has to be cleaned up. Yes. We have just a few more minutes till snaps. What do you guys feel about that? What do you guys feel about that message? Is there anyone in here that feels fear from that message? Yes, Yaya. Yes. Hello, Cindy. The celestial beings have put the energy net to control the wobble of the earth. Yes, Ted. Absolutely. Okay. Good. Because I didn't share that message for fear. Not for sadness either, Victoria. It is what it is. Remember, everything happens for a reason. Would you rather the conditions of what's been happening for thousands of years to continue? Would you rather have people not waking up and being blind to all the travesty that is happening around us? Right? Yes. No matter what happens, we are all protected. Absolutely. Use your imagination. Put you, your family, your friends, your state, the world in a bubble. Put everything in a bubble. If millions of us put the world in a bubble, they cannot touch. Even less than millions, thousands. Yes, right, yeah. Yes, they are also controlling the speed of Gaia as we enter the universal plane from quarantine. Yes, Ted, the speed of Gaia, it is slowed down. That is why time seems like it goes so fast. Right? God is our greatest creator. You are a great creator. Yes, imagination is key. Yes, absolutely, Cinnamon. Yes. Earth Gaia cannot go on the way she has been going on. There I go. Turn the page. Yep, Turn the Page was my that was my graduation song back in 88. Just a reminder, going back there. The prior me, I should say. Yeah. I still have memories of the prior me, but not a lot. I don't have a lot of childhood memories. They didn't implant those memories. They implanted the biggest memories of that entity, but not all of them. That's why me and my sister, my brother have different views on what happened, because they didn't implant me with the correct memories. Walk it out. Move. Rise up. Rise up. Spirit tells us to rise up. Rise up and share our truth, right? Share our truth. How many people spoke of the fires before they happened? I don't understand why Spirit didn't point us to this before the fires. Or maybe I misconstrued the, these books were given to me a couple of months back. All of us there are none of us that are perfect, And maybe I'm saying these messages a little too late, but at least I'm getting the message out about the earthquakes before it happens. Exactly, Christina. It isn't. Yeah. Just know no matter what happens, we are safe. We are eternal spiritual creatures. You cannot kill energy. Yes, Trey, you made it for snaps. We got 1 minute. Rise up, son afraid of rise up. Yes, absolutely. Everybody has to do for themselves, though, right? We can't do for others, but we can do for ourselves. We can control how we react. We are here to stay, yes. We are the Eternals, yes. For that we have each other. For hope we have each other. We will rise. We will rise. We will rise. All right, guys, it is 10:11. It is snap time. Snap time, not nap time. All right. Here's our butterfly. All y'all are on here to empower yourselves. To empower yourselves. And to create our new earth, the golden age. Bring the golden age in. This is our past loved ones always with us. Forest Fairy did this for us. This is the dragons and the priests, the Pan Joker, the angels. That is Mithra in her hand. I believe this person. I don't think this is me. I think this is Forest Fairy handing out hats. Forest Fairy's handing out hats. That's me right there. That's me right there. That's Forest Fairy. This is the giant dragons and the baby dragons and the birth of the divine feminine. This is the water of Christ in us all, the magic, and even the hummingbirds for time travel, the XOXO and the Ankh. And we are always safe, always safe. Steffi did this for us, and this is also, we are safe, always watched over. All the eyes are on us, watching over us. This is who we are. We are the rainbow butterflies. All colors of the rainbow. All galactics. From all the different races of galactics here on Earth. This is the song of the 144,000, where we are grateful. We thank you, Mother Father, that you have revealed to us your protective universal light. That within this light is complete protection from all destructive forces. And that the Holy Spirit of your presence permeates us in this light. And wherever we will the light to descend. As I say these words, feel them. Feel them into your gut, into your solar plexus, into your heart chakra. Feel them. We thank you, Mother Father, that you fill us with your protective fires of love, that within this love is complete protection from all destructive thoughts and feelings, that the consciousness of Christ is lifted up in us in this love, and wherever we will the love to be inflamed, Yes. Here's a big old lucky hug for everyone in here creating. You all are loved and appreciated. And we thank you, Mother, Father, that you are in us and we are in you, and that through us your will is sent forth on wings of power, that your purpose is accomplished on earth as it is in heaven, and that through us your light and love and power is manifest to all the sons and daughters of mankind. We are the love, we are the light, we are the truth, we are. Yes, and divine love is working through us here and now to create the new earth and bring in the golden age. This is our healing chain, and all these people have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with Reiki, with light language, with crystal healing, with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael, have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. All right. Thank you so much. All right. We are going to get right into John's messages today. John the Revelator from The Lost Key of the Buddha, the Immortal series, book 3. And then after that, we're going to go over to TikTok for a bit and talk. Maybe spread that, spread a little bit of the message. Maybe some people come in that never come in before. Let's set that intention. All right. This next chapter is called From Pisces to Aquarius. Yes. From Pisces to Aquarius. Okay. I can't believe that I still do not feel tired, Elizabeth marveled. Usually when my body tells me it's time to sleep, I have to sleep. I know you could make $1 million with that herbal formula or whatever it is. John smiled. It's not mine to make $1 million on. Besides, my needs are very few. An odd job now and then, supplies. All I need and want for myself. People think they need much more than they do in reality. Ahaha. Yes. Ding, ding, ding. This is a lesson that those people in LA just got. Right? When the mind is set upon the spirit, the needs of the physical plane seem insignificant. I can identify with that, I said. I've noticed when I pursue my spiritual path, my material world seems to start crashing down on me. Then I feel like being Thoreau, finding Walden Pond, and getting away from all the headache of making a living and paying bills. All disciples get that urge, and some go with it, he said. In times past, this was often beneficial for the whole of the work. But we are entering another time now, and a new approach must be considered. What do you mean another time? Asked Elizabeth. The ages are represented by the signs of the zodiac, each lasting over 2,100 years. Several of these ages are particularly indicated in the Bible. You'll note that during the times of Moses, delivering the children of Israel the people reverted to worshiping the golden calf. The calf or bull represented the sign of Taurus, which was then waning. Moses brought in the age of Aquarius, whose sign is the ram. Really? I didn't know that. Oh no, Aries. Moses brought in the age of Aries, whose sign is the ram. I was going to say, isn't Aries the ram? Then I reread it. Moses brought in the age of Aries, whose sign is the ram, a male sheep. This was the age of animal sacrifice, where the ram was sacrificed to God on behalf of the sins of the people. The next great age was that of Pisces, brought in by Jesus. Its symbol was that of the fish. The constellation Pisces is formed by a set of dim and scattered stars that trace the images of two widely separated fish joined by a knotted cord. One fish swimming upward faces east toward Aries, while the other fish swims westward toward Aquarius, along the plane of the ecliptic. The directions of motion of the two fish form a cross, the symbol of the Christian religion. The upright line of the cross representing spirit, and the horizontal line signifying matter. Christian tradition evolved from making the sign of the fish of Pisces to the sign of the cross. The cross was therefore merely a simplification of the sign of Pisces. Ahaha. Around 800 AD, the Church of Rome began to distance itself from astrology and to drop the connection of the Christian church or Jesus with Pisces or even the fish, and only kept the sign of the cross. Even though this sign still had a connection with Pisces, and there were short revivals of interest, few realized the connection after this time period. It is only of recent date that Christians have revived the sign of Pisces and proudly but unknowingly display it on their bumpers. Notice that almost all of the fish symbols used by Christians today face to the left, a symbol of the past they are holding on to, instead of advancing to the consciousness of Aquarius. Yes, I have noticed that, I said. I've also seen some fish symbols with the word Darwin inside. The funny thing is that these always point to the right. Yes, said John. The left-pointing fish signifies the current Christian religion is attempting to hold on to the past, or the age of Pisces. And the right-pointing fish of Darwin signifies the scientific approach is more in line with our current journey ahead or into the future. Of course, this does not mean current religion is all wrong or current science is all correct. In general terms, science is more in alignment with the purpose of God than religion is. John paused a moment and asked, if there is a key word for the age of Pisces, what would you say it is? It would have to be something to do with Christ, since he was the key figure of the age, I said. And when most people think of Christ, what image comes to their minds? He asked. Probably the image of him dying on the cross, said Elizabeth. Correct, said John. And what single word would you associate with that? Sacrifice, she said, not quite sure of herself. Yes, that is the word, said John. And all during this Piscean age, sacrifice has been the keynote. Whoa. All I can see in my head right now is that one guy holding up his hand and he has a fish painted in his hand. The evil guy, the dark worker. What was his name? He was also associated with John Benet Ramsey's kidnapping, as well as Maxwell. What is his name? I can't think of his name. But all I can see is his hand up, and and the fish in his hand. Early Christians were thrown to the lions and martyred in numerous other ways. Many soldiers were sacrificed for the Crusades. Monks, saints, and religious zealots sacrificed their outer lives to find an inner one. Believers did and still do sacrifice large portions of their money to ensure a good spot in heaven. How ridiculous is that? How ridiculous is that? But where does Buddha fit in as far as the ages go, I asked. He seems to have worked in the age of Aries, yet the sign of the ram seemed to have little connection with him. Excellent question, John smiled. What is often overlooked, even by those who accept the ages in connection with the zodiac, is that Christ was not born at the beginning of the age of Pisces. We were over 100 years into it at the orthodox date of his birth. Buddha was born a little over 400 years before the real beginning of Pisces and about 1750 years into the age of Aries. Because he was such an advanced soul, his consciousness was directed more toward the coming age than the one passing. Therefore, the keynote of Buddha's life was also sacrifice. Notice how the word sacrifice runs through his life. First, he sacrificed his comfortable life, his family, and his kingdom in search for enlightenment. Next, he sacrificed all that held him to the material world and was down to living on 2 grains of rice a day when he received the revelation of the middle way. Even after this, he chose to emphasize the need to sacrifice all desire in order to attain nirvana. You got to be shitting me. Do you hear what's playing? Come As You Are by Nirvana. And I just said the word nirvana. Even after this, he chose to emphasize the need to sacrifice all desire in order to attain nirvana, the kingdom of God. Nirvana, or the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is named nirvana. Come as you are. Wow. In some ways, sacrifice ran through his life more than it did Christ. The truth is that the age of Pisces was ushered in through the work of 2 great sons of God, both Christ and the Buddha. Right? I mean, it just shows that we are on the right path and that the messages are the right ones for us. Interesting fact is that even as Buddha looked ahead and anchored the principle of sacrifice for the coming age, even so did Christ see further ahead still. Christ emphasized the key word for the coming age of Aquarius, thousands of years in his future. And what is the key word, I asked. What do you think? Asked John, throwing my question back at me. What was one of the main points of emphasis in his teachings? Guys, you guys know this. Kurt Cobain was a light warrior. He was taken out on purpose. So, what is the one word? The one thing that rules them all? The one word. The 5, I'll give you a hint. The 528. The 528. Irish just said it. Hi, Irish. Hi, beautiful. How about love? How about love? What was one of the main points of emphasis in Jesus' teachings? Love. What weren't you sure I knew? Oh, wow, yeah. I know about a lot of things. Love, said Elizabeth. Love is a thread that runs through all ages, but the revelation of the love of Christ was the positive message of Pisces. Guess again. Okay, so it isn't love. Love is not the key word. Love is a thread that runs through all the ages, but the revelation of the love of Christ was the positive message of Pisces. Okay. I know he stressed service, I said. You've studied a little astrology, said John. Does the word service fit the core idea of the Aquarian age? What would you say was the word to fit the Aquarian age? I would say awakening, maybe. Let's see. Standard astrology associates Aquarius with science groups, brotherhood, humanitarianism, progress, but not usually service as a keynote, I said. It does seem like I have read something about its symbol being related to service, though. And what is that symbol? He asked. Actually, there are two, I said. The first is the water bearer, and the second are two waves. Exactly. I believe I have heard it said that the water bearer is a symbol of the disciple or servant pouring forth the water of life to a thirsty world. Yes. Yes, said John. And this symbol was foreshadowed in the New Testament. Joe, please read Luke chapter 22, verse 7 to 13. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. And he sent Peter and John, saying, Go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat. And they said unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare? And he said unto them, Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entered in. And ye shall say unto the goodman of the house, The master saith unto thee, Where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples? And he shall shew you a large upper room furnished. There make ready. And they went and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Passover. As Jesus' mission came to an end, notice he directed the disciples to find the man bearing a pitcher of water. In other words, he was instructing them to set their sights on the coming age of Aquarius, wherein true service would be achieved and recognized. The servant bearing the waters of life takes the seeker to the goodman of the house of God, who then leads him to a furnished upper room. What do you suppose is the higher meaning of the upper room? He asked. Until now, I just thought it was an upper room, I said. Could it have something to do with higher consciousness? It has everything to do with higher consciousness. And what do you suppose the meaning behind it being furnished is? He asked, looking at Elizabeth. Elizabeth thought a moment and replied, When your consciousness is elevated, you will be given everything you need, just as Jesus was supplied with a furnished room. And how would this apply to the Aquarian age as a whole? His question brought an intuitive flash in my mind, and I replied with enthusiasm. Yes, this makes perfect sense to me now, because there are so many things that seem to correspond. Service in the Aquarian age leads to the good man or paves the way for the progress. When we see the good, our consciousness is elevated, and in the elevated consciousness, we achieve abundance. Part of this fulfillment is all the technology and conveniences we have today. Aquarius is an air sign, and the upper room would also be a symbol of this, illustrating that in this age, the mind will rise above the lower emotions. Yes, absolutely. Very good, said John. Also note the picture symbolically teaches the same principle. Water, a symbol of the emotions, is contained by the pitcher in Aquarius and poured forth under the direction of mind. And this dialogue also teaches another important principle not related to the ages. And what do you suppose that is? Both Elizabeth and I were silent. We're not sure, I said. The principle is this, he replied. To attain knowledge, The first important step is to ask the right questions. Look what has been in you all along if you had just questioned yourself. You're absolutely correct, I exclaimed. Maybe Socrates was onto something after all. I paused thoughtfully and asked, "You're not going to tell me you taught him now, are you?" John laughed softly. "He was before my time, but he did have connections. Now, let us get back to the reason I brought up the subject of the ages to begin with. Each age brings with it a change in consciousness for humanity, as well as the servants of the race. Unfortunately, those who receive scripture and holy writings in one age develop the notion that all the precepts are eternal and will never change. When a dedicated religious person is presented with change, he will resist it with all his might, as evidenced by those who resisted Jesus and crucified him. Then, looking further back, you will note that the Hebrews' resistance to Moses. The same thing is happening today. The keynote of the ages is changing from sacrifice to service, yet the religious ones want to keep the emphasis on sacrifice. You mean like when the churches display pictures and images of Jesus suffering and being crucified? Asked Elizabeth. Yes, said John. In this new age, instead of making our prime focus the crucified and dying Lord of sacrifice, we need to see Christ, who is the greatest of servants, and serve with him. There it is right there. The first way shower. It is time for civilization to focus on a living Christ, not a dead one. That doesn't sound like a change that would be that difficult, I said. All change is difficult, even desirable change. For instance, when Buddha received enlightenment and started teaching fellow teachers that they did not have to starve themselves to death to achieve nirvana, he was met with high resistance and indignation, even though his message of change was a pleasant one. That is an interesting point, I observed. You would think that such a stoic bunch who starved themselves and lived naked in the wilderness would be happy to learn that such sacrifice was unnecessary. You'd think they would at least be happy to consider the message of Buddha, but they were not, said John. You especially, with the work you have to do, must realize that people often value their beliefs more than any other thing. Those who are attached will not release their beliefs for money, for comfort, for health, for life, for family, for country, or even for humanity itself. I never thought of it in that light, I said. But when you mentioned that many value a belief more than humanity itself, I thought of many religious people I have met who are anxiously awaiting the end of the world when they will be saved, but most of the population will be burned with fire. You know, I think many of these people are so attached to this belief that if God himself came down and told them it wasn't going to happen, instead of being happy the world is saved, they would be upset their belief was not correct. Ha ha ha, right? Guys, I always say, I may be wrong. But it's a fun game we play, I think. It's a fun game we play. But I could be wrong. Anyone could be wrong. Exactly right, said John. But what you do not realize is some would be so upset they would deny God himself rather than change their beliefs. So what does this have to do with the Aquarian age? Asked Elizabeth. Quite a bit, said John. The keynote of the new age is service, and the key thought is something like this. The seed has been sacrificed in the age passing, and the time has come to serve in the harvest. Look no more to sacrifice without fruit. See the value in the harvest, and lose it not. Let it not slip through thy fingers to be consumed by the wild animals below. Eat of the fruit of thy labors with joy, and share the labor of the harvest with others, that abundance may be had by all who will. as Heal the World is playing. That's what we're here to do. We are here to heal the world. Yes, we are here to heal the world. Hi, Mama Bear. Hi, beautiful. That's good, I said with pen in hand. I'll write that down so I can quote it exactly. What must be realized is this, he said. The basic difference between the two ages is in the emphasis. During the Piscean age, the emphasis was on sacrifice. The disciple was to sacrifice all with no thought of ever getting it back or attaining a reward, at least in this world. Christ was seen as the example of this by sacrificing his life and receiving nothing of value on the earth. Only in the heavenly spheres did he obtain recompense. This idea of sacrifice has laid the foundation for many belief systems, which will be highly resistant to change. Their type of thinking was in line with the plan of the past, but not in the present and coming future. Does this mean that sacrifice will not be necessary in the coming age? I asked. The true principle of sacrifice will always be of great value, said John. The lessons learned in one age will carry over into the next. But the important point to realize is the emphasis will be different. When you advance from the multiplication tables to algebra, you do not throw the knowledge of multiplication out the window, but continue to use it. What is different is your point of emphasis. You have learned multiplication and no longer need to concentrate on it. Now your emphasis will be on equations. Humanity is in the same situation. For thousands of years, we have struggled with the lessons of sacrifice. The wise have passed the tests and are ready for the next lesson. Now they are to incorporate what they have learned from sacrifice and place attention on the new lesson of service. Instead of seeing service as a sacrifice, we must see service as an agent of harvest that will bring abundance to all who join in. That doesn't sound like a belief that would be difficult to embrace, said Elizabeth. It sounds good on paper, said John, but as it works out in the real world, it becomes a challenge to belief systems of spiritual people high and low. There are many of high potential who have sought the old ways instead of the new, and thus have taken backward paths and have become lost to the work. Could you give us an example of how this happens? I asked. To obtain the vision, it is helpful to see examples of the old light which is setting and the new light which is dawning. I will give you examples within two groups, the churches and those slanted toward the New Age and metaphysical groups. But first, we must let Elizabeth take the bathroom break she is thinking about, and then we will continue. Elizabeth looked slightly embarrassed. How do you know? Then she paused, looked at John, and said, I almost forgot who you are. All right. That is class for the day, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Awesome lessons today. Awesome. Just a reminder, never stop being who you are. And we are in the age of Aquarius. We are the waters pouring out the knowledge to whoever will drink of the waters. Yes. All right. Are we ready to go over to TikTok and talk about this class? We love you, Yaya. Animals of light. All right, where's it? Yeah, it's 10. We're integrating all the stuff that's come in. And I feel that too. I feel that we're integrating a lot. Are you guys ready to go over to TikTok? I've definitely got to go take some garlic. Love you, Ted. Yeah, let's go over to TikTok for a little bit. All right, we're going to go to TikTok in, hi, Karen. Hi, beautiful. We're going to go to TikTok in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See y'all in TikTok.